Hey guys, it's Judy here, and this is the YouTube layout hop. And for June of 2014, I'm so thrilled to be doing a process video for this group of wonderful ladies. I think Samantha Wright and Zoe are the two founders of this group. And definitely check out the Facebook group and like the page. And this month's theme is travel, so it was right up my alley. And we have a sponsor this month, which is flyingunicornstore.com, so be sure to check them out as well, and make sure you watch all the videos, and all the links are down below in the box, and comment and like their videos, and for the chance to win a prize from our sponsor, Flying Unicorn Store. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thanks. Bye. Hey guys, so for the travel theme, I decided to use a picture from my trip to New York this past April. So here I am using mostly, I think, the Gossamer Blue kit from last year. Yes, it's been that long since I've taken out a scrapbook kit. So it was, I believe, the May of 2013, their kits. So I chose all these papers. I usually work around the photo that I choose. So since my son was wearing a red fleece, I based it around the red. And I think that's All About a Boy collection paper where I got the red. So I'm using that as a mat. And I know I really love that New York City, that all like different cities kind of paper. And it is difficult to scrap busy paper, I think. So what I recommend, or what I like to do, is just not use the whole sheet and just use a portion of it, probably 2/3 of your layout, so it's not too busy. And I continue to mat the mat with another mat, so it's a lot of matting. And I just found that all those reds went together. They're different patterns, but they look great if they peek through with a border. Same thing with these pattern papers, where it's a busy pattern, or it's full of color, that if you just have a hint of it showing, I think it's really great. It's easier to work with than with a lot being exposed, if that makes sense. So I also chose that Echo Park paper from the Sweet Girl collection, and I thought it was great. It had the wood grain and the yellow. So that's what I mean, using more of that simple and not so busy paper in the background. I usually use a white background, but here I thought the wood grain went well. The yellow, I love yellow and red together, and it kind of had tones of that pretzel. So here I am. I used my Red Wagon October Afternoon, what do they call it? Sprinklers, which I just got from Crafty Steels, I think. And so I just flicked it all over the page, and I'm trying out my Black Velvet Heidi Swap spray in the color Shine. And I'm so glad I tested it out first, because the first spray was like all blotchy. But I'm spraying on all the four corners, and black is a strong color, so I didn't want too much of it, so I just used the corners. And anyway, I knew I was going to place the photo more askew, more towards the right hand side, upper right. And I'm so impatient. I used my heat gun to kind of help the drying process along. So I always look at the photo to make sure, you know, like, he's facing one way, so it's not a head-on shot, so he's facing towards the left. So I like to give room on the left, if that makes sense. So he's not like looking off the page, but there's still room on the page to look at, like, direction-wise. So those die cuts came with that kit, and it was the October Afternoon, not October, it looks like October Afternoon, but it's actually Jilly Bean Soup. And it had a bunch of cute stuff, and it really went so well, the reds, with the pattern papers and everything. So I'm just kind of trying to put things around, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I think it needed like another color. I know I have reds and yellows and the black, because there was black in his fleece as well. But I needed some blue. I think its backpack had some blue on it. So I thought the blue added some, and you'll see the air mail chevron on the bottom also has some dark blue in it. So I always try to do that visual triangle, or you know, with all the colors. So I'm thinking of a title right now. Yes, that is my huge bin of thickers, and that's just black. I put like 2 of each that I had in there, so it fills up the whole thing. Yes, don't judge, please. So my title, I am going to use, I love the New York City in that red, and I want to use it in my title. So I'm going to spell out addicted, and then I think the title will be Addicted To, and then you'll have the New York City and then pretzels on the other side. So I think I'm checking the spelling to make sure it's double D and not double C or something like that. So those thickers, I believe, they're one of my favorite. I'm thinking it's the doll font, but it's like the fabric thickers. It has the fabric. And then I ran out of D's because they only came with 2 D's. So I just used an upside down P, and it worked great instead of opening up a whole new pack. So, and you'll see I like to cut my thickers along the side the long way, just to easier reach in and out without having to take the whole thing out. So I just slide my hand in and out like that. So, and I'm just doing pretzels on that side. But I'm really liking how it's coming together, all the, you know, there's a lot of pattern paper, but they go together because I'm not showing too much of one. And the one with all the print on it is kind of like a neutral color, so it's not too bad. So I'm trying to do that red and the blue combo there. So I thought the arrow was perfect. And I just added the special delivery, and then I'm just adhering all those little bits together. And then I love that little flower doily, and then I'm just using that as the base to put that fishtail banner, and just checking around, and added like a little with that beige, brownish beige measuring tape. Because look how big that pretzel is compared to him. He loves it. It is just amazing. So I thought the brown kind of pulled in from the color of that, the New York City paper, and also the pretzel color. So I had those travel flare buttons, and it says go see, and it usually goes go see do is like the phrase. But I wanted to do go see eat, because that's what we do when we travel. When we travel, we're always eating, and he just loves these pretzels. And I'll tell you about the journaling later. But I'm trying to look, yes, that is my whole bucket full of foodie stamps, because I am a foodie as well. And I'm looking for something that says eat, and out of all my stamps, I'm like, where is an eat stamp? So I found that one, and I'm trying to remember who, is that from Megan Scraps, I think? I don't remember her channel, Scrapbook Creations or something, but that's where I ordered it from. I believe her name is Megan. And I wanted to use just the eat part. Then I was like, oh, I have to, you know, mask it and everything like that, or try to stamp it out. But I was like, oh, maybe I have an alpha stamp, I can use that. And then kind of blotchy. I don't know whether my VersaFine is kind of was picking up all sorts of, you know, stuff. So that's usually how I do selective inking. I use a Post-it or something, and it still came out like that blotchy area, and I was like, ah. So this is all test runs, and then finally I get it right. I made sure I cleaned it off, and I used Memento instead of the VersaFine. And you see how I use the Post-it to kind of mask off what I don't want inked up, and then I just peel off the Post-its, and voila, it just inks up that eat. And then I use my 1-inch punch to punch it out. And I was looking, I was like, wow, I think I spent the most time doing that. So I'm like, go see eat. Then I'm like, of course that needs some color. And I take out my Mr. Huey's in Taxi. I love that bright yellow. And then I'm like, is it kind of too neon yellow? But I just use that, and that is kind of bright. But then I'm like, wouldn't it be perfect if I had an epoxy, because I have those epoxy covers, and I'm looking all over for it. But what do? Oh wait, first I use a red marker, and I kind of, because I felt it was too much yellow, so I put stripes on the eat. So there it is. So I kind of added a little pattern to downplay the yellow and to bring out the eat words. So that's that. And I'm looking for those epoxy brads. Okay, hold on, buddy. I'm done in a minute, okay? So I'm looking for the epoxy brads. I'm sorry, guys. And I don't find them, so I'm like, duh, I can just use my glossy accents. Though I do, not epoxy brads, those epoxy things that you stick on it by Epiphany. But anyway, I just use glossy. Yeah, that's you eating your pretzel, buddy. So I just use glossy accents to kind of give it that shine, just like the flare.
Boxy bread.
Not boxy bread. Okay, see, so that's close up. So I do the go see and then eat. And so I wanted to just adhere it. I'm so impatient. So I just added it on because I like to see everything that I'm working on. So here I went ahead and did the journaling on my typewriter on vellum paper. And I didn't think you guys would want me to have that in the video, so watch me typing. So I'm just trimming it down, and I love journaling on vellum with my typewriter just because it just kind of adds something to the layout and just kind of I don't know, and if you make a mistake you can always, you know, correct it instead of writing directly on it. There are times when I write directly on it, but I've just been in the vellum typewriter kind of mood. And I know questions, what I don't like is how I adhere it, or how, you know, I have to be creative on how I adhere the vellum down. But I always leave enough room on the strip so that I can tuck it under a photo or under the paper. So you see I'm trimming the other side. I do not like to freehand cut. I'm always crooked. So there I go. Put the adhesive on the part where it won't show. And then you can do it like that. But I decided to take out my Dynamo label punch and do New York City and then the month of the year. To add a little more black, because the black is kind of in the title and then also on his shirt. So here you have like that kind of triangle over there too. And I love the Dymo maker to do location and date on most of my layouts. So then I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can use it to adhere the vellum on that side as well. But it didn't really work. So instead of, it kind of looked askew there. So I just put it smack in the middle, and then I can hide it over the adhesive. So just gotta be kind of sneaky about where you're gonna put your adhesive, I guess. So it worked out like that. But then I was like, maybe that top corner also. I mean, when you put it in the pocket, it should be fine. But I decided to add some blue on that corner too. So I took out some blue and red, white, and blue, like airmail washi diagonal. And I put it on that corner and then on the bottom where the photo op was. And then I'm looking to put like another flare maybe. Or I end up, of course, going for enamel dots. So I'm looking through, oh, my flare. I should have just cut this part out too. But because I end up using enamel dots. So those are the ones. I don't know if you follow me on Facebook, but I made my own melt in my own oven bake the perler beads, and those are the striped ones that I got from Blitzy. And my recipe for baking perler is 375 for 15 to 25 minutes. I start checking at 15, but the darker colors I stay until 25, half an hour minutes. And then pony beads emit that smell, but I think the ponies are actually nice shinier too. But for ponies, it's 400 for like 10 minutes. But they do have a little smell. And I don't think they're meant for melting, so just a caution. But anyway, just an aside of how to melt your perler beads. And then I was like, wait a second, I had these heart enamel dots enamel hearts just sitting in front of me. So I thought they went well. They had that yellow. And then I just used my black and white striped perler melted bead DIY beads, and to adhere it, just use glossy accents. I use that for everything. So that's it. Here's some close-ups of the layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and really check out all the people who are in it in the hop down below, and comment and like, and then you will receive a prize from our sponsor. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy every share that we have. And also be sure to like us on Facebook. It's the YouTube layout hop. So thanks for watching. Bye.